Today on the channel, Adventurous Ones, we're doing something a little different on this episode of the toy review. This is for Mr. and Mrs MOTU, by the way. Great couple. Great He-Man reviews that they do all the time and stuff. You want to follow them, their link is down in the description below. Anyways, I'm about to give you my... this is all the Turtles of Grayskull stuff I was able to get my hands on. And I'm going to tell you the pros and the cons of why the collection is the way it is. Stick around. Welcome back, Adventurous Ones. I'm going to tell you now the pros and cons of the Turtles of Grayskull line that Mattel did and stuff. First off, the pros. It's a great line of figures. Seriously, awesome figures here and there and stuff like that. Great bunch of ways that they did the Ninja Turtles and their bad guys differently and mixed them in with the Masters of the Universe characters as well. The cons. Not enough distribution. Seriously, my store never got any of these figures. I had to get mine through other places like Amazon, Big Bad Toy Store, and so on. Okay? My store, Walmart store, never got any of them. And our Target store, I don't even know because that's thousands of miles away from me. So I can't tell you if a Target store ever had them in my state. But the pros also outweigh cons here and there. Okay, for one, pros. I like the fact that they made He-Man and his allies, certain allies and stuff like that, into mutated creations, thanks to Skeletor, Krang, and Shredder. The cons. The Ninja Turtles don't act like Ninja Turtles. Their shells aren't supposed to come off and become shields and stuff like that. They're supposed to stay on their backs. That's what makes them the Ninja Turtles. Okay? Other cons. Giving characters with small bodies, like Teela's and stuff, and small hands, giant weapons like this that hardly stay in their frickin' hands. And on top of that, because of the shield and the damn sword, there goes the sword again, she has trouble standing. I mean, look at this. I can barely get her to stand up. I have to keep readjusting her foot and everything, and she won't hardly stand. That's a con right there. That's telling you right there, that's poor articulation. Okay? Other pros about the figure line. Great. They're great in every way possible. However, Mattel isn't very good at their distribution on things. For one, a lot of stores, a lot of places like Amazon and sometimes Big Bad Toy Store and stuff, were not getting USA versions of these figures. They were getting international versions, which means there's no writing on the packaging and stuff telling the name of the character. It tells the name of the character, but it doesn't tell you anything about them and stuff like that. On top of that, the mini comics did not come with words in them. So a lot of that failed right there on its own. Now, the other thing that's a pro and a con is both the deluxe line. These deluxe figures are a pro because they're neat as hell. I mean, they're cool looking and stuff. Especially the Moss Man figure. I mean, my God, look at that translucent plastic and stuff. And then on top of that, he can turn into take his head off and become a monster plant and stuff. It's cool looking. The cons, where these were exclusive to just two stores, Walmart and Target. Target did a Build-A-Figure piece in every one of their deluxe figures, all four of their deluxe figures, to create Metal Bottom. Where Walmart did nothing with their exclusives. And half the time, these were all Collector Con exclusives. Walmart Collector Con exclusives, which, by the way, sold out before people could get orders in. Okay? Then on top of that, again, the poor distribution. These things started showing up in people's stores in certain areas, but not all areas. Well, so these were starting to show up in people's stores. People that had managed to get pre-orders through, including myself, were waiting for the damn thing to come in. People are finding them in the store, so boom. Now in the case of him and, let's see, it was him and I believe Mossman. Yeah, the two of them that were part of the Walmart Collector Con in the first time around. Okay, when they first came out. I didn't get both of them. Why? Because scalper bots were waiting in the wings to take it all away from everybody. And Walmart's excuse was, oops. So it fails in comparison to other things. Like if they were going to do a Build-A-Figure piece for each deluxe figure for Target, why didn't they just do that for Walmart? And on top of that now, the line is canceled. There's not going to be any more Turtles of Grayskull figures because now they're moving on to Thundercats. Yeah, He-Man and Thundercats crossover now. And already people are worried about the distribution on these figures. Where will they show up in every Walmart store, Target store, or are they going to be one of those that people have to hunt online, just get them online and order them and stuff, like I have to do, because my store don't carry MOTU. We don't carry any MOTU. We never got any of the Turtles of Grayskull stuff, and that's telling you right there, my store is piss poor when it comes to MOTU. Now, granted, the pros on these, I like these. The deluxe figures are great and all and stuff. But some of them are not worth the price, and that's the con right there. Some of them are not worth the price of $24.99 each. Especially if you take the Build-A-Figure part out for Mouse Jaw here. It's not worth $24.99. So what did I do? I waited till clearance. It showed up online for only $12. I got it. I went after it. It was done. Same thing with Slacker here. And him. I waited until clearance because I took one look at them and stuff and said, okay, you take the Build-A-Figure piece out. What? It's just like Marvel Legends and McFarlane. You take that Build-A-Figure piece out, it's not worth the price it's being sold for. Okay? So, pros and cons. Do they outweigh one another here? Also, another thing. One figure in particular that was a Collector Con exclusive through Walmart is the Merman figure. No one was able to get their hands on this figure because once again, scalper bots swooped in and zipped it out. It was gone. No chance at getting that figure. Okay, nowadays a lot of people just try to get it from overseas because you can buy it on Amazon in the UK, okay, overseas, and it'll cost you around $40 and something, but hey, it's better than paying scalper prices of $100 and some just to fucking get the USA version. Pardon my French, but that's how I feel on it. So, where does the pros and the cons lay in this one? The pros. The figures are great. Awesome mini comics if you're able to get your hands on the English versions. Okay. The cons. Making them poor distribution, poor articulation, poor exclusivity. Literally. Where it's only exclusive to 2 stores, but then Walmart holds Collector Con and suddenly it's all gone. Nobody can get their hands on one and stuff because of scalpers waiting in the wings. There's another one right there. So, right now, the cons outweigh the pros. And that tells you one thing and one thing only. This failed as a toy line. This literally failed as a toy line that they did for a crossover. Not to mention the fact that Ninja Turtles don't act like Ninja Turtles. Their shells are supposed to stay on their backs, not be made into freaking shields for them to take off their backs. That don't make them Ninja Turtles then. I mean, it's the stupidest thing I've ever saw in my lifetime. Because the turtles are supposed to keep the shells on their backs. That's what makes them the Ninja Turtles. But also, taking characters and giving them a wig. Seriously. I get that Mikey is the goofy one and all and stuff, but taking a character like this and making that wig, at least it's removable. Because a lot of people said it was the stupidest decision making on Mattel's part. So, the cons outweigh the pros. The cons are basically telling you this failed as a toy line. And that's probably why Mattel, canceled after the Reptile Wars second wave. That's right. Only 2 Walmart Con exclusives. There's King Hiss and then there's Super Shredder, which this is not a Super Shredder at all. Okay? Shredder is just a frickin' with a snake body and crap. It don't make him Super Shredder. Okay? That's another con right there. Also, there was only 2 waves of Reptile Wars put out. Because Mattel decided the line isn't working anymore. It's not getting the love and everything else that they expected it for it and stuff. So they canceled it. After just 2 waves of the Reptile Wars started, they canceled it. And now we got Thundercats He-Man coming out. Oh boy, that's going to be a joy and a half. Especially when if you find out that there's going to be more exclusivity figures coming down the line. So, that's it for this one, Adventurous Ones. If you like this video, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss on anything I got going on in 2025. And make sure you give Mr. and Mrs MOTU a follow as well. I'm tagging them down in the description below. Make sure you go over there and let them know Joseph Michaels, the Adventurous Joe, sent y'all. So until the next one, Adventurous Ones, peace out. May the force be with all of you. And every last one of y'all have a safe, lovely, and beautiful week out there. Take care of yourselves, your family, your friends, your pets, loved ones in general. And be smart out there, people. We're not living in safe times anymore. Don't listen to stupid people that's going to get you badly hurt or 6 feet in the ground forever. Alright? Use this. Be smart about things and get home safely to those that love and care about you. And every chance you get, let them know how much you love and care for them in return. Alright? Take care. God bless to all of you out there. Have a safe and happy Easter. And I'll see you all later.